But the disarmament agenda I'm launching today goes beyond nuclear weapons and weapons of mass destruction. Disarmament concerns every country and all weapons, from hand grenades to hydrogen bombs. Deadly weapons put us all at risk, and leaders have a responsibility to minimize that risk. The paradox is that when each country pursues its own security without regard for others, we create global insecurity that threatens us all. Disarmament, including arms control, non-proliferation, prohibitions, restrictions, confidence building, and, where needed, elimination, is an essential tool to secure our world and our future. And today, the total elimination of nuclear weapons remains our priority, to which I reaffirm my commitment. But efforts to achieve this goal are in state of severe crisis. Our world is going backwards. Throughout and immediately after the Cold War, it was possible, through difficult negotiations, to yield agreements that reduced arsenals, outlawed nuclear testing, and dismantled whole categories of missiles. Communication channels enhanced at the time transparency, built confidence, and reduced risks. 3 ex-Soviet states, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Ukraine, repatriated nuclear weapons in their possession. South Africa unilaterally dismantled its nuclear arsenal, and other states took important positive steps. World leaders at the time were fluent in the language and logic of arms control, and they understood that it was integral to security. But the agreements of that era are now threatened as never before. Strategic dialogue between the nuclear weapon states remains today limited. There are no bilateral negotiations underway between Russia and the United States for further nuclear arms reductions. Governments are pouring resources into updating old weapon systems, developing new ones, and entering into what many see as a new arms race based on quality rather than quantity. Some 15,000 nuclear weapons remain stockpiled around the world. Hundreds are ready to be launched within minutes. We are one mechanical, electronic, or human error away from a catastrophe that could eradicate entire cities from the map. We all agree that the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty is central to the maintenance of international peace and security. I appeal to all states, including non-parties, to adhere to the non-proliferation and disarmament obligations and commitments under the NPT. All states, nuclear and non-nuclear, must work together to bridge the gulf that divides them. Some characterize the difference as a choice between humanitarian and security concerns, but that is a false dichotomy. Human security, national security, and global security are indivisible. When people fear for their lives, their communities, societies, and countries are at increased risk. When people enjoy safety, so do their countries and the world. The states that possess nuclear weapons have primary responsibility. They must prevent the use of nuclear weapons, reduce the danger of nuclear war, and lead efforts on non-proliferation and disarmament. And this must start with meeting their existing obligations with concrete benchmarks and timelines, and some of these are decades overdue. I appeal to the Russian Federation and the United States to resolve their dispute over the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, to extend the New START Treaty on Strategic Offensive Arms, which is due to expire in just 3 years, and to take new steps towards reducing nuclear stockpiles. Together with other states that possess nuclear weapons, they should urgently renew efforts towards reducing the dangers posed by these weapons by taking concrete action in a number of key areas.